Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato,
And I'm Classic Gamer.
and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars, the Director's Cut on the PC.
Indeedy.
Now, there's nothing else to do here. It's time to go
What were
back
we
to
doing?
going back to Spain.
Oh no, we can't go back to Spain yet.
We can't go back to
We have
Spain?
to, no, you have to go to see Andre, and we have to do the
Right, right, yes.
the Hobbit site.
Right, gotcha.
But as we're not going to be annoying Nico, it's going to take us a lot less time to do that bit.
Forgot about the
Hi,
performance
Andre.
site.
Hello, Georgie. No way.
Alright, don't get to show him the. Okay.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Andre. Not now, Georgie. While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with three bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly, the description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermétique de Nerval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
I
your
love
help,
his
Andre.
You're
I love his
welcome.
casualness. Like when George says blood, he goes, "That's
Yeah.
right,
Blood.
just everyday thing." See what I mean? They removed the bushes at the edge of the
Yeah,
building.
it's annoying. And
It's
they removed a
annoying.
lot of the anime. Like, I don't see what makes this the Director's Cut, aside from a few added levels.
That it's basically the added bits with Nico and the deaths being removed. That's it. That's literally it.
Oh, this fucking guy. Alright.
We don't have to talk to him though, do we?
Do it? We don't?
Excuse me, could you help
I don't
me?
think so.
What is it? I've got a few
Actually, the only time I think you may have to is when you tell him about the phone call from Nico.
Be seen
Oh,
here.
You have,
okay.
to,
What is
you have to do the key first, then try to get to his part, and then you have to ask Nico to distract him.
Hi? Excuse me? Oui? So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard. Talk to you later.
Au revoir,
What is
monsieur.
the darkness on their portraits suddenly?
There
Oh,
was a
we're-
closed
we're-
door
we're
with a
underground.
target scratched into the cheap veneer.
Oh, I didn't actually
That
notice
door
it.
locked, monsieur.
I suppose it's a nice little detail that I haven't noticed before.
Hi again.
What is it?
I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Have you noticed that that air vent or that grill in the inside the bathroom, but yet there's nothing on this side of the air vent, of the little air vent, the one where
The
George
door
goes,
was
"I'm gonna
locked.
climb myself into the sink, wedge myself with a tiny
door
hole,
was locked.
smash the far cover out, and plunge headfirst into the next room." See that?
Oh,
that grill
shit,
up there,
yeah.
There's no grill on the other side. That is a bit of a, and you can't interact with it. Really?
Really?
Aww.
Perhaps I could make a copy of the key.
I like
key
the,
made a clear imprint in the soap. The bar of
in,
soap
like
had the
the,
imprint of a
zoomed in
key in
thing.
it.
Oh, you do it on the
The
side.
taps were rusty. Oh boy! The cold taps washer looked to have.
The plaster in the.
I
that's it.
knew keeping that plaster was a good idea.
No, you didn't, George.
You're just a fucking hoarder.
With the plaster and the imprint, I was on the right lines. I had filled the key's imprint in the soap with dry plaster.
Now use it with the sink.
Okay.
You can't make a cast without wetting the plaster.
Whoa, no shit, George. I'd never have thought. Would never have
Just the
realised
weird
that.
zoom in on this
Does
seems
not make a
unnecessary.
I used the dryer to speed up the process.
Yeah, true.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key.
Indeed.
Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was,
It's
it looked
knew
like
this meant to
plaster,
be quite a long
not
part,
metal.
but this
Then
just
again,
proves that how quickly
that
we've done
plaster
this, that
statue
it's
in
not a
Syria
long part at
had
all.
I mean, if we're not talking to everybody and
Artful
and looking at
Maybe
every
I could
tiny
improve the key
detail,
as well.
I'll admit
Right.
the fact that we've like very recent, not so recently when they're coming out, they're quite spaced apart,
Hi
but
again.
What is it?
recording
Here's the keys.
this and the
Thanks.
original very
Merci,
close
monsieur.
together, like
Yeah,
a month apart, basically.
yeah.
Talk to you later.
I'm
we've,
unless we're getting like one of the new puzzles or like the Nico stuff. I've just been going through the fucking motions here. Oh, here we gotta call Nico.
I mean, I do like the director's cut, but as I said to
Do
you,
you
in
mind
the-
if I use the
you-
phone?
Like
Be my guest. I'm paid to guide
the other
this
one
boat.
is like they took too much out of it. What they added wasn't good enough to replace what they removed.
Hi, Nico?
yeah.
Josh, what have you
And I
discovered?
think, you know,
Nothing
that's
yet.
why I wanted to show
Nothing?
you
Is
like a lot of the
something
funny,
No.
Hmm.
Josh,
funny.
why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh,
Okay, we need
Right.
to know. George
Yeah.
doesn't know. We know what to do, but George doesn't yet. So we gotta
Well,
steal the
yeah.
paint.
Hey,
It
monsieur,
makes-
get away from my paint pot.
okay.
I should think so. Meddling
Try
with a man's
try
paint
using the
pot.
key first with it, and then that might trigger it. Do it just looking at it like you did may not work.
Hey, monsieur, get
Okay.
away
No,
from
we need
my
to
paint
distract
pot.
him with
Okay.
with Nico.
Right.
Yeah, I
so.
just didn't know if you
Meddling
could
with a
just
man's
click on it,
paint
or if you had to use the key with it. That
Hi,
would
it's
trigger
me.
it.
What?
You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoke so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
No, and that's why when I showed you the first game, I wanted to show you all like the funny things that you get in the game because you know they are
Hello.
quite amusing.
Hello, Nico. It's me.
Hi, Josh. What's happening?
I'm at the excavation, but they won't let me in.
Damn. We need to know what's in there.
Don't worry.
You don't even know
I've
we're
got a
here.
scheme.
We never came
I'm
to you
going
and
to
told
need your
you.
help, though.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Were we supposed to?
A painter. I need to get it.
No,
spot.
I'm just saying
Okay.
that you know
Stay on the line. I'll go and get it.
if you go and tell her about it, I think then but I think maybe it's just in the game that they automatically know where you are. So you can call her
Hi,
from
it's me
Ireland
again.
and say, "Oh, I'm in
No.
Ireland." She's like, "What are you doing there?"
You've got a phone
If
call.
you don't go back
me.
and talk to
Are
her.
you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from...
I can't tell if his character model is smiling or if he's just grumpy.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
What? Abuse? Ah well, I have a cigarette to finish.
Yeah, dude,
And
you
monsieur,
stomped that out. You can't
she
finish
calls
that.
again. I am not available.
It's just an excuse for him to roll another one and smoke that.
Hi again.
What is it?
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
The door was locked.
I hope they add some good bits in the. You have to swap it with the.
Maybe not.
Swap it with the real key.
But it still looks damp. Never mind.
Now, I'd substituted the fake key for the excavation key.
Now remember, you
looked
can't give
okay,
the keys back to
but
him
it felt
because he's
false.
not got no gloves on. So you have to try and look at the radiator. on the therm.
Yes.
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it.
I'm really disappointed that they take out the bloody grill. That's actually one of my favourite things, and they fucking removed it. They removed so much.
I don't remember. Oh, this is the radiator, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Try examining it first.
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall.
Now
I
talk
couldn't
to him.
imagine. The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there. Hi again.
What is it?
I couldn't give him the keys. The false key looked pretty convincing, but it felt exactly like what it was. Painted plaster. He was bound to detect it.
Now talking about the thermostat.
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
Is it
Talk to you
lazy?
later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I turned the heating off. As I'd hoped, the guard put his gloves on. Hi again.
What is it?
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Now ring Nico again. It's amazing how, like, he says, I need to get the guard out of the way when he's standing right next to the
Hi,
guard.
Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, George.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
You can actually ring Nico again when you get back down, after, like, when you got the
Hey,
guard
you.
distracted.
It's the phone.
But
Yeah,
probably
too
no
easy.
point showing that
How
off.
should I know? What am I? Your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her. You don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Pah, don't. Pah, me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody
Is that a
competent.
spot
in
on his
that
nose?
Meaning what?
Instead of
Maybe.
which they hired a dismal like you. All epaulette and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss. No, thanks. I think I'm carrying enough junk.
I think we have proof of zombies.
Possibly.
It's a skeleton, and someone destroyed the brain.
It doesn't look like a bullet hole I've ever seen. It's more like a spear.
Yeah, this is clearly an ancient ruin. Medieval zombie hit him with a warhammer or something, or a pike.
It's more like a pike or, you know, that kind of thing.
Ooh, a bec de Colbin. Could be a bec de Colbin. This is France. You know
What's
what?
that stand for?
Oh, bec de Colbin. It stands for Raven's Beak, but a bec de Colbin. It's that. It's like the warhammer, but instead of the hammer, it's just a big spike. Would be very good for killing zombies. Kind of weapon.
Destroy the head or
The pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around
destroy
an
the head or
axis
destroy the brain.
point, a kind of focus to one side.
That's not the right order, is it? I was trying to quote Shaun of the Dead.
Destroy the brain or sever the head. Destroying the brain is better because even if you sever a zombie's head, the head can still do shit.
There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here.
You want to use the cup on the fresco in front. Or chalice.
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice, the image of a church. I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower. Just how long have you known Labano?
Andre? We met at college. He helped me out when I was a fresh air. Showed me around, that sort of thing.
You never told me that before. I thought he was just a working acquaintance.
So he is. I rarely see him these days. You know, he hasn't changed much. A little lesser at the front, perhaps. I'd forgotten how much fun he could be.
Which doesn't at all fit with what Andres told us, but whatever.
True.
I guess I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, Georges.
Don't encourage him. And back to Spain we go.
Olé.
Olé indeed. A few hours later. What, sorry, only took you a few hours to get from from France to here?
This is pre 9/11. You could honestly just show up and book a ticket.
Well, based on when it came out, I think it could be like more modern than the original. For the way things are like set and stuff like that. Like with the newspaper at the start of the game being an example.
Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
I mean, you didn't actually talk to us when you first came here. We just showed up, blocked your hose, and then broke into the house. Like, you had every reason to be rude.
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge, as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it.
Before we can
Catch
get
you later,
the
Lopez.
Bible from the
Adios,
mausoleum, we need to go and talk to her
Señor
first.
Yep, I know.
And maybe when we go and get that Bible, we can do that bit with the candle as well. Get that done. Oh, by the way, grab that mirror when you go back downstairs.
Senor Stobart. Oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Her mouth still
Hi,
moves.
Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
I wish
There's
she had
still the
actually made a
mystery of the
return in
missing
some of
chess
the games.
I do not think that it will ever
Pardon?
be discovered unless the
The
fate of
Countess,
the
I wish she'd
children
come back
is
in a
revealed.
later game.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
the Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant? Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them and the chalice when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere. If this is so, then it is small wonder that the de Vasconcelos are cursed.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city.
You know what would be a way that makes sense to bring her back into things?
What?
Neither Nico or George seem to do their fucking, like, jobs. Ever. Like, their jobs that pay them money. So, I mean, if they're just going to go treasure hunting and adventuring around the world, maybe Countess de Vasconcelos could bankroll the operation.
Yeah.
Because these...
I mean, I just searched the Countess on the Broken Sword wiki, and according to this, the status of her is alive. Now, I don't know if that means at now, or the status now, but you never know. I mean, that is a question you could propose to Revolution. You know,
There's
is the Countess
something else
still alive?
that I discovered, carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest. I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
So, were we supposed to ask the priest?
No.
Okay.
Grab that mirror before you go out. There you go. That's it.
It was a small mirror.
Otherwise, we'll
hanging
get down
over
the well
sink.
and we'll realise we need that bloody thing. To avoid anything of that. I mean, going through this game and then going through the original and then going through this game, because I think when I streamed it, I streamed this one first, then was going to go through the...
Should we go here first?
Hi, Lopez.
Or...
Got a minute? Certainly, senor. How can
we
I
did. We
help
had to go
you?
get the Bible, didn't we? But
we need the Bible, and we need the chess piece.
So the
or
Countess
the
feels
key,
the curse
key out
is
the candle.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the De Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
Well, they didn't abandon them
Catch you later,
because they were
Lopez.
killed.
Adios, Senor Tobar.
Also,
Mausoleums.
he left the order first.
Yeah,
Is my understanding.
yeah, he certainly did.
Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again.
Okay.
I couldn't climb up there without breaking something. High up in the dome were windows.
Maybe you have to go
I
and
guess
get
they
the
might open them to make it less stuffy in there.
Book for her first.
Now what? Feeling like an idiot,
You are an idiot, George.
a big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place.
Oh no, that's not going to work because we need to close the window. Oh, maybe you have to do that first and then it triggers to close the window, possibly.
For fuck's sake.
Now what? There was nothing to snuff.
Oh, George,
Feeling
you
like an
goddamn
idiot, I put
idiot.
it down again.
I don't know why he's not doing it. Oh,
There
you
we go. Alright.
I knew it was something to do with that. I just didn't know why he was refusing to do what he was bloody well told. George, please stop being a fucking
Pratt.
the word I
Pratt.
don't use.
Let's call him a Pratt.
Well, I was going to use. I was going to say the word that I don't normally use, but
Well, let's call him a
I'm not gonna
twat then. He's a twat.
say- Yeah, twat. And the word I like to use, stupid can't.
He is George is he is an interesting case because he's both a twat, and a twit at the same time. Ah, yes, this thing.
What we need when we get down to the well.
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
Well, George, you're so smart. I mean, he is smart. He's a lawyer after all. You have to be intelligent to be a lawyer, but.
I might have a counter argument to that claim.
Go on.
Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani.
The weird goblin man who was the mayor of New York. Looks like Orko from the He-Man movie.
Hello again.
Yeah,
Mind if I
he's a
sit?
bloody idiot
Please,
as well.
be my guest.
Who, Orko?
No, Giuliani. He's a bloody idiot.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Ah, yes, George. You are taking my family's possessions from my house. That is great.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
salient point seemed to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is their mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
I'll have a look around if...
I won't tell her we destroyed the
My
candle.
home is your home.
No.
I shall remain here.
Now, you know what would be interesting for a Broken Sword 6 or 7?
What?
If George and Nico get the De Vasconcelos estate to operate the adventuring from.
That would be interesting, actually. Yeah.
Because she has no kids.
No,
It's
she
not
doesn't.
inconceivable she'd leave it. Well, she technically, I hope Lopez gets it. He deserves it. He's earned it. But
Lopez is a good good character. He's not like a bad guy. He was just trying to protect the Countess. At the end
well, I
of the
mean,
day.
George.
Oh, they removed the rainbow effect. Little rainbow that appears.
There's a little bit.
No,
of
they
it.
haven't.
But
Yeah, it's not
especially the way we played George, this time around. We came in, didn't say a word, blocked his hose, broke into the house. Why would he be nice to us?
I think the thing is that if you remember, the last game that came out officially was 2015 with Serpent's Curse.
13.
And then 10 years, and then they was it 13?
I think it was 2013, or it was announced in 2013.
Yeah, well, look.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the De Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
Okay, so it came out on OS.
Si, senor. This used to be a
2013.
fortified villa. How can you last a siege
PSVR
without water?
2013.
Great. So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous.
I can't
And you have
hear a
no
word
idea
you're
where it
saying.
was?
I'm sorry.
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
You must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See? Here. That is hazel.
So the game was released in
I went over to find a
Sonic
suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped
the one by
branch
the
on the
where the
whole
hose
damn
goes into the
thing.
house.
Ah, right.
So episode 1 came out on OS X and Linux 2013, the PS Vita 2013, Android 2014. Episode 2 then came out same year, 2014, and PS Vita as well.
I went over to
so
find a
not
suitable
Windows and
stick.
OS and
Ah.
Linux. And then the retail version came out in 2014, with PS4 and Xbox One following in 2015, and Nintendo Switch following in 2018. So it was about 10 years ago, let's say, 11 years ago. So in between that, they have released Beyond the Steel Sky,
Hi,
sequel
Lopez.
to Beneath
Got a
the Steel
minute?
Sky,
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Well, I
which
got my
fans
divining rod.
been
Now what?
asking for years.
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Thank you for not making this gameplay. Because I've seen that in the Dracula games, and it's not fun. It's just kind of boring.
If I was Lopez and I had that hose, I would have sprayed George directly all over and soaked him from head to toe. Oh, yeah, Lopez, just chill while we do all the work.
Yeah? It's just time. He's been working all day when we've been gallivanting around. It's time for his break.
He's been hosing the same part of the garden the entire time.
If you think that's bad, you should try Darkseid 2.
You've found something.
Okay.
This is it.
Darkseid 2.
Where we find the secret
Dark
of the
Seed.
Templars, hidden here
Darkseid
for
2,
hundreds
yes.
of years, lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can would date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again.
Great,
Lopez
pollute
took
the
can
sea.
away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way. The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
Yes, you could have.
Just remember to save it when we get down here. I can't remember if this thing can kill you or not. I think
The
he
well had
moves
been lost for
automatically.
decades
Just be
at
safe.
least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
Only in the leap from the lion's head can he prove his quality.
Path of God kneels before God.
From a distance,
The breath
lion's
of
head had
God.
been
Only the
impressive.
penitent
Close
man will
up,
pass.
It was frightening.
Penitent man may
Hey,
pass.
one of the fangs is a separate piece.
Kneel before God. Kneel!
I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger. Oh, very funny, you psychos!
Senor Stobart! Senor Stobart! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine!
Hey, susto me has dado. You gave me a scare.
Nice try, Templars.
You know what this kind of reminds me of?
What?
In Raiders of the Lost Ark, when he and Sulla go down to the Well of Souls with the map, and they do the thing with the Staff of Ra, and they go up, but it's not. But Sulla's not up there. It's the Nazis instead.
I don't remember that bit, to be honest.
You need to watch Raiders of the Lost Ark again. It's a great
I
film.
wish that I had Leary's flashlight now. It was too dark to see, and I had to rely on touch. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Yeah, virtually every single fucking death is removed in this game.
I wish that I had. It was. It just
You
felt.
say mirror.
Right.
No, on the light from the well. That's it.
It's like in The Mummy.
Yeah.
Old Egyptian trick.
I realized I could use the mirror to reflect the light from above. There.
Oh, there's
in the middle of the door,
puzzle
I
bit
could
here.
see some kind of
Ooh,
socket.
puzzle.
It looked like this
I don't
wasn't
remember
quite
the
the dead end
solution.
it
Ow.
seemed.
That's okay. I don't need.
No, I'm actually glad because then I can try and work it out with you.
Now I knew what I was looking for. It only took a few moments to find it. And there it was. A worked socket. As smooth and perfect as if it had been carved only yesterday. Now I knew what I would... And... I slid the stone key into the lock. There were buttons to turn the dial.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a clue. Do you have to make the date 1314 maybe?
No,
You
I don't see how I would.
Well, if you turn the top dial, so the ones in red, to make the date 1314. So what was the date we got on off the scroll in the
Well, no,
church?
there's a problem.
What?
There is no 13. There is no 14 in here.
Oh yeah, good point.
I must have made a mistake.
Okay.
The lock spun back to neutral and nearly took my fingers off. I was gonna have to start from scratch again.
Do we have anything in our notes? Keep going, we're not there yet.
13, 14.
Go. What was that? It? Go back one. XIV XXVII. That's not an option though, is it?
XIV,
Or-
XXVI. No, that's not.
Or do you have to do it? Do you have to do it in separate things? You have to do one date and then the next part of the date and the next part of the date. Could that be it? Do you think?
Maybe. I don't look for the solution, but at least look for.
Do the hints instead. It will be
Okay.
better.
Don't know what to do with the dial. Series of numbers. Check the notes in your diary. So it's 13, 14. It is 13, 14. Or is it the biblical entries actually? It could be the biblical.
Hint, then do the hint too, but it might give you the whole solution.
Okay, XIV, XXVII at the top.
Hang on, do you make a mental note of that? I can take a picture.
I'm just gonna. For each number, press a button to register it. What? What the
Sorry.
This makes no sense. XIV.
That the hint basically gave us the answer, didn't it?
Yeah. But still, I don't understand.
Right, just go back to Can you click that thing in the middle?
I heard
Round
the sounds
one.
of the lock moving. Either that or the walls
That's
had
just
come down on my
indicating what's being pointed to.
Okay, okay. So it's 1314. So that would be.
No. You're not. That is not correct. So you're not. You're actively making this more difficult. XXVII.
That's the right one.
VI. Now, I'm already bored of this puzzle.
It's the date on the church. So it's 6, then L X X I X triple X I.
What?
So it's VI. So turn it one to the right. That's it, and then turn the red one to is it LXXX. So turn it all the way around to LXXX.
I don't like this puzzle. It's mechanically fucking frustrating. It takes so long.
Damn.
Okay, that was not right. That was my fault. Sorry. Do you want me to look it up?
No.
Okay.
How do I enter VI in this thing?
VI is on the innermost circle.
Yeah, but oh, there's a blank. Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't see that. It might make you start from the beginning, because you might have done it wrong, so...
Well, in that case, this game's getting a 0.
Oh, no,
Oh,
another mistake.
fucking cunt. Come on. Not in a good mood. Not in a good mood. Okay, this is something in all of the puzzles in this series that pisses me off every single time. This is right? This turns it right.
Yeah.
It moves left. Fuck off. Honestly, I hate that. XIV.
So it's 14.
XX7, so 27.
So,
This is so fucking boring.
and then VI...
I know.
Oh, we're getting there.
Like, I don't know why I can't just drag the fucking dial. LXXX, okay. There, so...
Does that mean there's a blank thing in the innermost circle?
Yeah, there's blanks in both.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then 3, and then 1. Oh, this is long. Fuck me. One. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, this puzzle, like, mechanically, this is Dracula Path of the Dragon bad, in my opinion. XV2.
27. Basically.
No. 17.
No, sorry, 17. Sorry, no, my bad. My bad. That could have been very bad for you if I got that wrong.
That's just how fucking boring this puzzle is.
That's why normally when it comes to these things, I just look the fucker up. Because you wanted to have that.
And then 12. You know what the worst part of this puzzle is?
What?
Aside from how long it takes to click it across. You enter it. And now you gotta click again to make that go away so you can interact with it again. It's maddening to do.
You're the last one now, yeah?
Yeah. XXV.
That's 25.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
yes!
thank God.
Bonus points for that, I hope. I knew the old Stobart fingerwork wouldn't let me down.
You don't get points for solving puzzles. This isn't Gabriel Knight. This isn't Sierra. Ah, more zombies.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do.
Why have we got dramatic
won't be
music
needing
playing
that
at this
replacement
point
piece
again that's
anymore,
meant to
John.
be not like the end? That music was
I
just
found
like
it with
when
the
you
children.
meet Guido on the
You'll
train.
probably want to be
Remember that
alone
music
for a while.
plays?
I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
This game plays music at random parts. Back in Nico's apartment.
George, welcome back.
Come in, George. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
George, don't be a cunt, alright?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
We already told him
Yeah,
this.
where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either.
No one
George.
tried to kill you in
And finally,
Spain
we have
either.
the tapestry in Spain. Did
Yes,
I mention
with
I
the
almost
thing
got
falling
killed
from
there?
the
Not
line
Yeah, but
now.
no one.
But
That
I'm sure
wasn't.
you're a-
That was his own
It was only
stupidity.
my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Fuck
Well,
off, George.
The Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place inhabited by blue-painted savages.
Still is
It
in most
hasn't
football
changed
games.
much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Icetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't
We haven't
recall
been at war with the
being at
Scots
war
for a
with the
long
English.
time.
How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting
What
for?
an awkward
I'll
line.
call a cab.
I can't go. Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. Listen,
Yeah,
we
like
have to
getting
hurry.
your glasses fucked
Let's
up.
go, George.
We'll
Over
see it
Etruscan
through.
vases.
Oh, and
Yeah.
don't worry about us.
Or in the case that he's looking in, mainly coins.
Now, that sentence that I commented was awkward. And it all ends in a church. In Britain, at Bannockburn, in a church.
Why was
If-
that awkward?
It all ends in a church in Britain, in Bannockburn, in a church. Like, if this was made recently, I would definitely accuse this of being written with fucking ChatGPT. In that case.
Well, it wasn't. And
I know. It was just a bad line. It was just a weird line.
that line's in the original, so
Yep, it's just... riding the train. Nico doesn't want to be here, clearly. Look at her leg.
well, she's clearly nervous.
Now, I wonder which is the passenger on this train who is an absolute git and is going to get murdered by everyone else on the train.
Oh, I don't know. Who could that be? Hmm?
I would love a Murder on the Orient Express, but George is the victim.
Where everyone kills him.
Spoilers for Murder on the Orient Express, by the way, but I do kind of love that in the film and the book, it's like, okay, Hercule has found who has killed the man. Apparently, everyone has killed the man. But the man was bad, so Hercule does not care.
Well, I mean, everyone stabs him in the film, right?
Mm-hmm.
But which stab fatally killed him?
He deserved it, so it doesn't matter.
True, but...
Anyway, I've been Merrick D'Amato.
And I've been Classic Gamer.
And we're going to finish Shadow of the Templars again next time.
Yes, and then move on to Serpent's Curse shortly after.
Indeedly. Ciao.
Ciao.
Hi. Thanks for watching. This has been played, edited, and recorded by me, Merrick D'Amato.
And he's been helped by me, Classic Gamer.
You can find a link to Classic's YouTube channel, Classics Gamer, and his Twitch in the description below. Please like, comment, and subscribe.